we sailed unto the sun, till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in our yellow submarine. Everybody! Nope, I'm not going into it, friends. But today I'm going to be teaching you how to play Yellow Submarine by the Beatles. That's right, super fun tune here. And super easy to play, okay? So I'm gonna go over the strumming, I'm gonna go over the chords with you, and as a free gift, friends, I have 2 charts for you available for this tune. If you hit the very first link below, I'll give you free access to 2 PDFs. One's standard chord notation, the other is the Nashville number system. If you're wanting to learn that and you're learning that with me as I've taught in many videos, it'll help you a ton. And I'll also give you access to a course that's going to help you immensely with all this. And I'm going to give it to you for free. But if you want those PDFs, you can click that link. You don't have to sign up for anything. You just get them for free. Okay? Without further ado, let's jump into this. Now, a note right off the bat is if you try to play this with the recording, you're going to find that the recording is a half step low. Okay, so we're playing this as if we're in the key of G, but you're going to have to tune your guitar down a half step if you want to play it with the Beatles, okay, because that's what they must have done there, because they're playing all these standard chords, all what I call the 9 essential chords, the ones that are in that free course that I'm giving you, okay? So let's talk about that. We'll talk about the chords and the strumming rhythm and all that, okay? So chords in this tune are D, C, G, E minor, and A minor. Oh, and one other chord, a C major 7. You learn a new tune, a new chord today here. So it's your C chord, but lift your first finger. It's got that nice pull, right? So C major 7, just lift that first finger. And I think as I'm looking at the chart here, that is it. The charts that I'm looking at are the same ones that you get, first link below. Okay, so those are the chords that are in this. Strumming rhythm, we'll talk about that. Let's, so to start off, in this chart that you're gonna see diamonds over these chords, like the D, and then C, G, okay? Now the song's in 4, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Get it? It's in 4. So, but during the verses, all of the verses of Yellow Submarine, the motif, which is a musical idea, is repeated over for each measure, okay? With the exception sometimes of the very last measure of the verse. But it's gonna go like this. You're gonna hold the chord out for 3, and then you're gonna strum 1 chord for 1 beat. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. So I'm holding that first chord out for 3, and that in-between chord we only hit for 1 beat, completing the measure. So the 3 and the 1 make 4, and then we've completed the measure, and then on to the next measure. Okay, so that being said, with the exception of the very last verse of each, the very last measure of each verse, they're just holding out the chord, okay? And then for the choruses, we have just standard 4 beat chords or full measure chords. So we have we are living a yellow submarine, yellow submarine, yellow submarine. Repeat. So we have 1 G, 2 Ds, and 1 G. And that 4 measure pattern is repeated. So that's the entire course. You could do that right now. G, D, D, G. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get it? Now let's talk about the strumming rhythm once we get into the strumming rhythm. So we got for the chorus, it's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and with the ands being up and the numbers being down. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and if you need help with this strumming rhythm, it's in the free course I'm giving you today, first link below. Okay, so now that takes care of all the choruses. It takes care of the fun little section in the middle there where you hear the submarine. No, sorry, that is the verse. Sorry. The choruses are just straightforward, just like I showed you. The verses, that's the submarine part there where you hear all the stuff in the background. That's just like the very beginning of this song where we're going. Okay, so we call those diamonds, and you're going to see that denoted in the charts that I'm giving you today. Okay. Now, once we get into the strumming rhythm, which is going to happen, you're going to hear it, your ear's going to tell you, but you'll also see it denoted on the chart here, but it's going to sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So I'm doing like a 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4. Let me slow it down for you. 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4, and 1, 2, and 4. Okay, this is the very last strumming rhythm on the 5th level of the strumming video in the free course I'm giving you. Make sure that you work up to that point, okay, because this is a strumming rhythm that you're going to hear throughout many popular songs, but you got to work up to it if it's throwing you for a loop, okay? Your down strum should be on the numbers and your up strum should be on the ands, okay? So that's the strumming rhythm that takes care of all that. Let's talk about the chords real quick. The D, there's nothing really too fancy here. A D, C, G, E minor, A minor, these are all what I call the 9 essential chords. And then the one chord that we got there that's a little bit wonky if you're not used to it is a C7, and it's the C chord. Lift that first finger. Okay. Now, the only other bit that I have to tell you here is in the second verse. But again, if you're looking at the chart, it's going to be so much easier. You're listening to the song. If you don't know what a chart is, it's kind of like tablature, but it'll give you a representation of those chords. And if you don't know how to read the chart, it's fairly self-explanatory. Otherwise, I've got videos for you that will help that. Okay, so you got the chords there. You've got the strumming rhythm. The only bit that I said is different is that second verse. You're going to see it as I'm looking at the chart here. There's 3 measures of G instead of it going through the regular pattern. But you're going to hear it, and you've got the chart, first link below. Friends, hopefully this video helped you. If it did, you know what to do. Hit thumbs up. Hit subscribe if you want more of these videos in your inbox, because we love doing them and we love teaching people how to play guitar. Take advantage of the free PDF that I'm giving you today and the free course. Friends, as always, be kind to all beings. Do the right thing always. Practice your guitar. I'll see you in the next video.
So we sailed unto the sun till we found the sea of green, and we lived beneath the waves in our yellow submarine.
Everybody!